It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Hi, folks. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
NLCS Game 1 is coming your way next. So just about set now. Now the starting pitcher in this one, David Castillo. What's the scouting report on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
So digging in now for San Diego, Thurman Bolek. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. Scoreless after one. Game one of the NLCS. Stepping in for San Diego, Matthew Infante. Left field, way back there. That one's deep. Cut off, throw to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Tying run is at first here in game one of the NLCS. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. down and in, moved his feet.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
3-2 now. And ball 4 to a board.
That's a tough one to swallow right there if you're on the mound. You're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
First and second, no outs. Blake now at the plate. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around. This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Pineda back to work. That one ripped left field. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Tying run at the plate. 2-2. In the dirt. And the runner holds. The tying run at the plate. Line drive. And that's a fair ball. Runner around third. He'll score. Throws to second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect. Really important with that coming up now.
Number 3 in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Late the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that is out of play. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. One-run game, bottom 9. 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it back. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And a swing and a miss. A huge out to start the bottom. Now it's the second baseman, Angelo Anaya. Splits the plate, and that's strike 1. And up next for Miami, Eric Poole. Swing and a chopper out to short, and that is the ball game. Number 3 played okay, but not well enough to boost them to a win.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best.
Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Miami Marlins. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Well, winning game 1 on the road was huge, Boog, and they could put a stranglehold on this series with a win here in this one, and that's obviously the goal. You want to go back home up 2-0 with a chance to wrap up the series in your own ballpark for sure.
And if it goes the other way and the series gets to 1-1, it's a total reset as we change venues for the next 3 games. First pitch coming your way next. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Just missed.
Well, when you come off a tough 1-run loss in the postseason, you'll be looking back at the opportunities that you missed in the previous game and make sure that you don't miss them in this one.
That's a base hit, and that extends the inning. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, David Blake. Runner on the go. This one in the air. And that is that. Marlins lead 1. Scoreless after 1. Runner at second, 2 down. There's the strike up high. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Ford makes the grab, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the 4th inning now in game 2. We're tied 0-0. Second game of the NLCS. So digging in now for San Diego, Junior Caminero. Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special. That one ripped. And it's off the wall. Around first and hustling for second. The relay throw. And he's out. Trying for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Down the line, and it's foul. Can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So bases all loaded up. Blake will hit next. Into center. Got it. Nice grab. That is the inning. And the Marlins. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Junior Caminero. Line drive, fair ball.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Number 3 in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Swings through that one for strike 1. With the tying run at the plate here in the late stages of game 2. Hard hit left side. They get the force. Inning over. One left. Here's the left fielder. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead. Oh, a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Lifted to left, and this should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Padres claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory. It's the Miami Marlins and the San Diego Padres. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shamsi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 with more or less just in this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first 2 games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. All right, just about set to go. And getting to start, Dylan Lesko.
Just a 4-inning start his last time out. He took the loss. They're looking for more out of this guy today.
Number 3 in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-1. 2 out, space is empty. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
2-2.
Breaking ball inside, and now it's 3-2. Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. Two down, nobody on. Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Slings to first in time.
Number 3.
And there's a foul ball. Just missed.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
And that's the third out. One hit. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder. 0 for 3 in this one. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And that is out of play. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here in Game 3 of the NLCS. And a count 1-2. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Rivera under it. Brings it in. And that's the third out. 1 run in the Bill Blatch, the next up for the Padres. That's the third. Flowers. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins get back in the series with a crucial road win in Game 3. Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Miami Marlins and the San Diego Padres. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before, even when you're down 2-1. Just about to get underway, getting the nod in this one, Luis Pineda.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Number 3 in the box now. No balls and a strike. On the ground, Bolek. And the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Thurman Bolek. Left field, way back there. And it one-hops the wall. Around first, heading for two. And one pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Number 3 takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. Got him looking. That K is his third of the game. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expand a little bit with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball hammered left field onto the track, and he makes the catch. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 1 out, base is empty.
First pitch changeup, he gets a called strike. You got to really know who that hitter is at the plate in order to throw that pitch again and again.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And that skips into dirt.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely froze it.
Number 3 in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And a foul ball. First and second, 2 down. Late here in Game 4.
2-1.
In the dirt. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Full count pitch, he'll have to wait. Time called to the plate. Crocker, the lead runner out at second. Benitez at first, 2 out of the inning. Fights it off, he'll see another. And they're all loaded up.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, David Blake. The pitch. That is ball 4, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Greg Crosby, the next to hit. Got it. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get 1. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one is in for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Curveball over for a called strike. That one missed.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the postseason success continues for him. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, David Blake. Line drive. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that forces the runner to hold on at third. Now they get the runner in a rundown. And he's out easily. Two gone with runners at the corners. So digging in now for San Diego, Brady House. One strike away. Ground ball, and this should do it. Cool. And that is the ball game.
Well, you can tell these players feel great and also relieved to even up the series. There's so much on the line. You've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance. Coming to you live from Southern California, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Miami Marlins and the San Diego Padres. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Yeah, and even though neither team's going to be going home after today, Game 5 always has the feel of an elimination game when the series is tied up at 2-2. And maybe it's just as important as one, because being up 3-2 as opposed to down 3-2 makes a huge difference going forward.
Yeah, you don't want to be the team with their backs up against the wall in Game 6. This is a big... Just about ready to roll here. And today's starter, Floyd Doden. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Number 3 stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. So 2 balls and no strikes. And fires in a fastball at 95.
1 strike.
And it's fouled away. 2 outs, base is empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Time called now before the payoff pitch. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that is that. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Thurman Bullock. This one smacked out to left center. And it gets by him. Around first, heading for 2. Around second now, going for 3.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. The throw to first, and that'll do it. Game 5 of the NLCS. Now it's the second baseman, Thurman Bolek. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Round second, digging for third. The relay, the tag out.
Very nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you've got to be able to shut it down, stay at second, keep yourself in scoring position instead of killing a potential rally.
Joe back to work. Number 3 in the box now. No balls and a strike. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Up and in, and that's ball 1.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
House tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in now for San Diego, Ryan Torres. Swings here and blasts one left field. And that one is off the wall. Coming home. Way at the plate. Got it. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, number 3. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
He swings and fouls one off. And there's a ball. Hits for average power, the ability to field the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. Three-two now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Full count pitch will have to wait. Time called at the plate. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now the left fielder. Foul ball. The Fish up big in this one here in Game 5 of the NLCS. Ball 1 there. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A gigantic blast. It's 10-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Now at the plate, Thurman Bolek. This could end it. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Brian Ford, the next up for the Padres. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins slug their way to a win in this one. Number 3 with some solid production in the win. Only 1 hit, a home run.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question.
From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Miami Marlins. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been a heck of a series so far, Singy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been in Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch coming your way next. Okay, all set to go. Now it's the second baseman, Thurman Bollick. Hit in the air, left field. And that will fall. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And he's out. Right there.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Number 3, the next to hit, takes outside. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And forget it. He sends a rocket to left. His second homer this series, and we're level. It's 1-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
So digging in now for San Diego, Charlie Lintner. High fly ball out towards left field. That one's back. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow! Runner tagging from third.
Well, he just took one away from one of the best in the league. It's not going to happen very often, but when you get the opportunity, better make the play, and he did right there.
One out, base is empty. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. That misses the zone, and now 2-0.
Well, like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
Whips it across. 2 away.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
2 outs. Base is empty. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Kicks and fires. And that's down and away. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 6 of the NLCS. Next pitch misses, and it's a full count. Swings and misses, struck him out. So no run. Here's the left fielder. He's already homered in this game. That's hard hit in the line. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Number 3 up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Sliced hard but foul. And there's a ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Alan Flowers, the next up for the Marlins. This could end it. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Padres hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game. Number 3 did well in the losing effort. Just 1 hit, but it did leave the yard.
Oh, Boog, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head.
It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming at you right after the break. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you, and you got to love a Game 7, especially with a trip to the World Series on the line, Chris.
Yeah, and the heat's turned up all the way tonight, Boog. The pressure's never higher than in a Game 7, and the pennant's on the line in this one. So it's a matter now of which team can handle it better, which team can put the nerves aside and play clean baseball one play at a time.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to stay in the moment knowing the World Series is just one win away. The stakes are sky high. One down. So digging in now for San Diego, Eddie Burns. The pitch. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Around first, heading for two. The relay to second, and in there with a double off the wall. Here's the left fielder. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, when you come off a tough one-run loss in the postseason, you'll be looking back at the opportunities that you missed in the previous game and make sure that you don't miss them in this one.
And that one missing low. Off the mark there. And that's ball three. Tying run is at first here in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. That's out to center field. Rivera drifts towards it. Snags it for the second out. Two on, one out. Latch digs in now. That one is absolutely belted. On the move, heading back. He brought it back. Running tags at second, and he moves up a base. So two away with runners at the corners.
Well, that would have been huge if it would have snuck over the glove to take the lead, but great athleticism at the wall, goes up and brings back a homer.
Number three, the next to hit, takes ball one. This one a win-or-go-home game. For one side, you keep the World Series dream alive. For the other, the season is over. It makes for some tense, gripping action. 2-0 the count. Here it comes. There's a swing and a drive. Out of here, a home run off the foul pole. And we're all square. It's 2-2. That's his third straight game with a homer singing.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Off the bat, it looked like it had plenty of distance, but there was just no telling if it was going to stay fair. He really hooked that thing down the right field line, but good thing that big pole was there to let us know. Could have very easily just been a long strike if he hit it out front any more than he did.
Number three in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Burns sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. That's out number two. Base is empty, one away. At the plate, Bill Latch. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Number 3, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
You know, these Marlins doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
In the air, right field. One down. Runner at first with 2 away. Next up is the cleanup spot for the Padres. Brian Ford. Tying run at the plate. That one is hammered right field. Crocker rage it back towards the wall. And the Marlins are champions of the National League. They're going back to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourself ready for the biggest series of your life.